I do not want to get my hopes up. I do not want to get excited. There is a line. I don't know what to feel right now. Hold on. I just ordered first response test to be delivered today, so that I can check. I have the Pregnate ones along with this one, and if there is a line, it's super faint. But the easy at home ones, there's a line. Like I see the line. I want this so badly, but I don't want to get excited over faint lines. In case it's like an indentation line that's really bad. I mean, shoot, my Clear Blue said I was pregnant when I wasn't pregnant, so I'm very nervous, but I'm obviously hopeful and like wanting to be excited. So, I don't know what to think. There's lines. And I just pray that this is real. I'm going to take the Clear Blue, even though I'm iffy about it. I will see if there's 2 lines on the cross one. And then maybe take the pregnant or not pregnant one. Right away you can see the fake line. I don't know if I should do the pregnant one or not. I don't know how I feel about that one. But we're gonna try it since that line's already popping up. I mean, if this says pregnant, then I might actually start believing this. And if not, it'll be a little disappointing. I just want that confirmation on the digitals. Oh man. Guys, this is real. Baby half number 3. Every single one of the tests I take. So I have no clue at how far along I am. No idea. Because of my period being December 4th and that weird episode of having a false positive or a positive December 27th. And then January 4th I had my positive ovulation strip. And now here we are. I'm waiting for these lines to get darker before I believe it. I definitely know I am pregnant, but it's the fact of making sure baby sticks and grows and that this is real. January 26th, I have my appointment, so I hope for an annual pap smear, but I'm hoping they can at least draw blood and tell me that I'm pregnant. Maybe give me a time frame because I have no idea. I'll tell her about my period and everything and see what she thinks. And go from there. But this does not feel real at all, even though there's lines. I've been waiting for these lines for a little bit now. Fingers crossed and prayers that this is baby number 3. I keep looking at this test and I really think I'm pregnant. I'm try not to get emotional or excited. There's no denying that line. I mean, I've taken thousands of tests at this point and there's never been a line this clear. I have to wait. I have to wait for the lines to get darker if this is real, and then I have to process it if the lines get darker and actually believe that I'm pregnant with baby number 3. I could have a tiny, tiny, tiny little sesame seed in my belly right now that will grow and be a baby like Natalie and Allie. And Natalie will be a big sister. A big sister. I'm still tracking my test. This is what everything's looking like so far. I'll be honest, I'm extremely nervous and scared of possibly miscarrying. I'm waiting for these lines to get darker. I've only found out that I was pregnant when the lines were dark and visible. So this is kind of new to me. I've also never breastfed while I was pregnant, so I don't know how that has to play, because I do know several women who can get pregnant while breastfeeding and then they miscarry soon after because of breastfeeding and hormones interfering. So I'm gonna keep testing these cheapies and pray that soon it'll just be dark and visible. I just messaged my provider because I don't know if they do PAPs while you're pregnant. I'm assuming they don't, but I asked, told her that I was pregnant and that I don't know how far along I am because of that gap between my first period and then the false positive, if that was a false positive, and then my ovulation. So I asked her, I need blood work. When should I come in? Sooner the better. I'll wait for a response by 5 tonight. Hopefully they get back to me and see what the next step is, because my tests are getting slowly darker. Slowly but surely they're getting darker, so I'm having a little bit more hope, but I'm still very nervous and on edge. I've noticed that I have no appetite. I'm hardly hungry. My smell and taste are kind of off. I've only had one thing of nausea, brief cramping, nothing abnormal, sore boobs, but not like extreme. I mean, I'm breastfeeding, so like everything can be related to just breastfeeding and being tired with 2 babies. Like it's not, I don't have what I know as pregnancy symptoms. So I just want to know that I am for sure pregnant, that baby is growing, and how far along I am. I have no idea how far along I am, and I'm just curious. Last night I told Matt that we were basically officially pregnant. I don't think it'll feel real for both of us until there's an ultrasound and a heartbeat and knowing that baby is okay. But as far as those 2 lines, they are getting darker. So I did decide to just tell him and be celebratory over it. But I did call my doctor and they've rescheduled me out now to February 21st. Yeah, I have a different type of PAP when you are pregnant, and then they're gonna do an ultrasound right afterwards. She's a very, very popular doctor, so that's why it's out that far. So I just tripped. Yeah. Hey, do you want a baby? Do you want a baby sissy again, or a baby brother?
Mommy has a baby in her belly. You get to be a big sissy again. What do you think about that?
She has a ear infection and a small cold, and I feel like I'm already getting a little bit of the small cold. I can feel it a little bit, so at least I'm distracted with that. I've been trying to find stuff to distract me till this dang appointment. I've been testing my lines and they are getting darker, which makes me happy. They're just now starting to look pretty dang dark. I was worried for a little bit because I've been cramping and spotting for the past few days. I'm very worried about it because I've never noticed that with my girls, but I'm just hoping that it's just cleaning out and it's normal. I did message my doctor and the nurse said that it didn't seem like anything to be concerned about, so I have to trust that. So until then, I've been trying to keep busy, which 2 under 2, you're pretty much busy, thankfully. And then Allie being sick has definitely made me not think about anything much. The next step is to plan out how to tell family. I obviously want to tell my sister first, and then maybe my mom and dad, because they don't necessarily need the ultrasound to believe me, and just because I have to wait so long for that ultrasound. But yeah, I'm just gonna figure out when I feel like telling people, when I feel like announcing it, how I want to announce it, etc. Just think of, you know, all the fun stuff, gender stuff. I've been putting in little collages of babies' themes, so for boy and girl, and names, and just trying to look forward to everything and keep my mind distracted. So we're just gonna keep testing. We're gonna surprise Auntie, maybe surprise my mom on FaceTime, I don't know yet. Keep planning stuff, taking care of Allie, getting her back to normal. So I am writing my journals, rewriting them, and updating baby number 3's book with the girlies. So I also went ahead and bought a few onesies. For Allie, it'll say big little, then middle little, and then I got one that says little little. So I'll be putting them on the girls, and it'll be for a picture eventually, but I'm gonna put them on the girls and FaceTime my mom and tell her that way because I cannot wait for my ultrasound to tell my mom. Then my dad, I got a onesie that says version 10.0. He has version whatever for his grandbabies. I forget. I think Allie's 8 and she's 9. It's confusing, but it's the 10th grandchild, so it says 10.0. I don't know how I'm going to surprise him yet. I have no idea if it's gonna be in person or FaceTime and how I'm gonna give him the onesie, but I'll think of something. I just thought it'd be cute and eventually baby can wear it. So yeah, I'm hanging in there by a thread, but I'm hanging in there, trying to make a to-do list and plan out stuff to do until my ultrasound, which I really, really, really cannot wait for. I still have no appetite and struggling with that deeply because I know I need to eat, and I get headaches and I feel lightheaded when I don't eat, so kind of something I'm struggling with. Nausea is not really a factor unless I don't eat, so other than that, I don't have any symptoms other than the discharge, the coloration. I'm still having brown discharge, so, and cramping. So I'm confused by that, and I'm praying it is nothing to worry about. I contacted my doctor, the nurse told me it's fine. It's just, I've never had it, so it's just weird to me. test. Looks like the line's getting lighter. It's not fully developed yet, but just so nervous. Comparing yesterday from today, and I just don't feel comfortable with that. Like how much more faint that line is. I want to lose this baby, and waiting for this ultrasound is horrific. It's not even February yet. I hate this. It's been a little bit. I don't know what's going on. Put down my test and took a first response. Was Googling, and I've had women who did miscarry and started bleeding within a few days. And then I've also had women say not to test past when it gets really, really dark, when you have like the dye stealer. Like I did on the 26th with this one, when the test line is darker than the control line on the test past that mark, because your ACG levels basically go towards the placenta and can skew with the test. So I'm obviously hoping for that and praying that that's what's happening. I am just concerned because I don't have any symptoms pregnancy-wise. My eating's been off because I have no appetite, which is totally unlike any of my pregnancies. And I do get that every pregnancy is different. But along with everything, plus the lines, plus the brown discharge for a week, over a week now, I'm just concerned. So I'm not gonna go to the emergency room unless I'm bleeding. So I'm hoping my provider answers me by Monday. Maybe get me in to do blood work and at least test my blood and see how much my ACG level is and go from there. I was trying to stay hopeful. There's no line. Started having a watered down red spotting this morning. From what I remember of losing the very first baby, there was a lot more blood and a lot more cramping. So I'm waiting for that. I don't know what to do, honestly. I don't know if I should go to the urgent care or the ER or wait for my doctor to answer me tomorrow. Today's Sunday. My husband's working, so it's not like I can go. I guess this kind of answers it though. Like I know what's happening. No, I have to tell him. I really had hope that this was gonna be okay. So I'm in bed while the girls nap. I'm definitely having a miscarriage. My bleeding has progressed since 7 this morning, and I'm officially having dark blood, similar to a period and a few clotting. I had hope even with the simple bright red spotting. But now it's too dark and too much to not be a miscarriage. There's nothing I can do because I don't technically have my new insurance card. My husband has to go back onto base Monday and get my new ID. So I couldn't even be seen at the emergency room. So I have to just sit and let it happen and wait for my doctor to get back to me tomorrow. And I'm hoping to get me in to draw blood and do an ultrasound to confirm that I'm miscarrying. I was nervous the whole time since I found out, but I had hope. I was very anxious since I'm breastfeeding that it could happen. And now that it's here, it hurts a lot. This day just gets harder and harder to go through. Every hour there's more blood. My hope just slowly vanishes completely. There's nothing I can do, and I hate it. It's like when I'm not bleeding, it doesn't feel real. And I still feel pregnant and hopeful. And then I go to the bathroom and just see all the blood, and it breaks me all over. It's the most loneliest thing I have ever gone through.